the Mind of Basketball podcast, aka the M.O.B podcast. I am Evan.
And I'm Ja.
And this is our basketball podcast where we recap, break down, analyze players and teams from the previous games from the previous day. How are you this Tuesday afternoon, Ja?
I'm good. My nose ring is kind of small and irritating me, but that's it.
Well, that's what you get when you try to sin. I hope everyone's had a good day. I hope everyone will have a good day.
You just have you just have to do that to me, huh?
Well, I'm just saying. But you've never been a religious person anyway, so.
You damn skippy about that.
It doesn't mean to sin more. But nonetheless, I hope everyone's had a good day. Hope everyone will have a good day. We have much to discuss in terms of the league and the association, so let's just jump right into it with the game that we was covering last night, which was the Mavericks and the Rockets game. And this was basically how the game went was the Mavericks got out to a early lead, and every time the Rockets will get within reach, the Mavericks will pull away.
Mm-hmm.
In reach, pull away. Within reach, pull away, and that just kept happening for the rest of the game. And the Mavericks ended up winning 113-111 with a great performance by Luka Doncic. Let me get your thoughts on this game, Ja.
Well, you basically said how the game really was, to be honest. The Mavs had an early lead, and then it's like each and every time Houston found a way to get back in, 3-point shooting, pick and roll game. Christian Wood was balling, like, you know what I mean, like things like that. And yet, the more closer it got, the more Mavericks was like, you know what, nah, it ain't happening.
Yeah, like teasing them every time, like
yeah, like it's like
Onlyfans.
Just be like, oh, you want some? Cash out me some money, and then you probably I'll be like, yeah, good night. Like, but yeah, oh man, like Luka was balling. That whole team had it going, but yet Tim Hardaway Jr., he was hitting some big shots on that stretch.
He's a better shooter than his pops.
Well,
he didn't have a handle of his pops, but he's better shooter than his pops.
Yeah. You're not lying about that one. But yeah, it just looked like that. Like it felt like whenever it came down to one possession, Houston just like, and it's not their fault because again, you take shots don't mean you're going to make them all, and it just looked like Houston, whenever they got into a reach in which they felt like they could take the lead, they just couldn't make that right shot, like, you know, and it just didn't go in their favor.
Not to mention, I don't know what was good with that ref in that game.
Like he was going off.
He was upset. Like it was a technical foul over just a little bit stings. Exactly. That shouldn't be technical fouls. There were 6 technical fouls in the game in total, I believe, including 2 on DeMarcus Cousins, which got him ejected, and he only played 2 minutes.
Yeah, but it looked like he was about to ball out. Well, looked like he was about to ball out, and then they did that. I was like, first I saw John Wall get an N1 on, was it Willie Cauley-Stein? He got an N1. I said N1, and then I see Boogie going at it with people, and then I see him dribbling up the court trying to throw a lob and stuff and everything, and then next thing he was out the game. I was like, oh come on, you kidding me, bro? At that point, I just went off. I was like, yeah.
It's not a great start to Boogie's Houston tenure as of the past 2 games. But I mean, pretty much everything that we both said, that was basically the game. Luka Doncic was another great performance, and I believe he had this triple-double. He became the youngest player to record that many triple-doubles at the age of 21. He has the most triple-doubles by the age of 21.
Well, you heard
more
what
than
the man
any
said.
other player by that age. Isn't that just incredible?
Well, you heard what the man said. It's easier to score in the NBA. Well, he disrespected right there.
What John's talking about is Luka last season, I believe, said that it's easier to score in the NBA than it was overseas when he was playing professionally in Europe because of their style of basketball, their rules compared to the NBA's rules now. Basically saying, it's more tougher. The defense back over there is more tougher, and the rules over there is not too, offense oriented for the offense to score.
Exactly. It's more fundamental based and everything up overseas. So, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, And he's proven it. Well, let's be honest, he's proven that it's more easier. He's making it look effortless. And the crazy thing is, I did not know this, but I know you hinted at it last podcast. But yeah, the Mavs have been struggling. Like for a team that's highly decorated offensively, their ratings in certain areas, especially offensively, has been down this year. I feel like it's going to turn around, of course, obviously, because they're just that talented offensively. But it's kind of been a shock. It's kind of been a shock to hear that.
Well, yeah, actually you mentioned that. Luca has been shooting terribly from three as of late. I mean, like terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, him and Kelly Oubre both, but
Don't do that.
I'm talking about Luca and Kelly Oubre. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what's up with his 3-point shooting, but I mean, if he can dish out triple doubles here and there, then shoot 30% all you want. Who cares? As long as the Mavs win and how they won last night, then you can shoot out bad from three.
Well, let's be honest.
Badly as he wants to.
Well, let's be honest. He probably shot like a low percentage in that Clippers game, but yet they had 50 points by halftime. So like they was up by 50 by halftime. So it was like there was no need.
Yeah, there was no need for that game. But otherwise, a great win by the Mavericks, and hopefully this win can turn their season around, which hasn't been the most productive for them.
Yeah.
All right, since that was the only game that there was to cover for us, we're gonna go into our player performances and anything we notice around the league. So, Ja, you start off.
Well, I watched the last moments of the Pacers versus Pelicans game, and that was a really entertaining game. And here's one thing: Lonzo Ball looking like as if he was Steph Curry. His shooting form and everything, he just looks more confident. Like I think he made like 4 threes in that game, and like he looks more, he looks more like he has more confidence because he fixed his mechanics and like it's more fluid. But the Pelicans, in my opinion, the Pelicans shot won this game. The Pelicans shot won this game. They had it in not. They were doing it on both ends. They had energy in that last moment. You could see like that whole team was like just clicking offensively and defensively. And then the Pacers made 2 threes and sending it to overtime, and then they stole the game. So Bonus got fouled out, and it was crazy to me. But yet the Pacers stuck to their game plan and it was able to edge us out. And it's kind of like this has to be like kind of like I'm not gonna say like an extreme one, but had to be like kind of like a little bit of a heartbreak for the Pelicans to have that much energy and for that to happen to them. It was just like,
well, yeah, Michael Brogdon turned into Tony Parker, so that's why they won. He was balling after a tie game, and he made the game winner.
Yeah.
But as you said, yeah, this was a really good game. Especially that ending in the OT, and Ingram and Zion has just been going crazy this season.
They've been balling.
Yeah, and I like the job that Stan Van Gundy is doing for them in this team. But it's just sometimes the games that the close games that you should have won just goes the other way. And in this game, it went the Pacers' way.
Yeah, and also real quickly, I felt like Ingram. I saw that last possession, the potential game winner that he missed. Mm-hmm. I felt like he had an opportunity to also pass it, but I felt like he rushed the shot also. Because Miles Turner was on Steven Adams, and then he went away to come double him, and I felt like that if he would never try to, because of course he felt like he's going, because he's that skilled, right? He felt like he's going to make that shot if he goes up, but yeah, he didn't expect Miles Turner to come up. So if he wanted to just waited, I felt like he kind of got the pass to Steven Adams, and that kind of been a dunk for Steven Adams to ice the game at least. But
kind of like what Bradley Beal did when he passed to Thomas Bryant instead of shooting the shot.
Exactly.
Well, that's a learning experience for Brandon Ingram. He hasn't been in the league for that long, but I'm pretty sure the more situations like those that he gets in, the more he's understanding that you don't have to shoot the ball all the time. You can be clutch without shooting the ball, making the clutch shot.
Yeah. And you don't have to listen to all these casuals just be in the comments talking about, bad shot maker. Oh, well, he is a bad shot maker in terms like he like tough. He takes tough shots and he makes them, but like talks about he's not clutch and everything. I'm like, good night. I'm like, yeah, get up out of here. Man.
You must have saw the comments.
Yes, I saw the comments. They were annoying me, bro.
Well, let's get off the subject of the Pelicans Pacers game. But as we talked about a lot about the Pacers, Pelicans. But this was a great win by the Pacers, and they've been playing great as they always play great. This is Pacers what they've been doing. Mm-hmm. So no surprise that they won this hard fought game, and we'll see what they can do down the line. Mm-hmm. All right, so now what I wanted to talk about is, of course, come on.
Show it.
Come on. How about those Knicks? Another great performance and another big win against a team that's been playing great in the Atlanta Hawks. And I mean, Tom Thibodeau, I give all the credit to Tom Thibodeau. He has them playing hard, not giving up, staying true to themselves, playing with energy and intensity. And they were down 15 in the third quarter. And somehow they managed to make their way back, led by Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, who had another great game. Julius Randle been having great games this entire season, by the way. He's like on a mission or something.
Trying to make that All-Star team.
Yeah, I think isn't this his contract year?
Probably. I don't even know.
I think it's his contract year. That's why he's playing like that. That's what usually happens. But yeah, he's been out of his mind. Julius Randle been doing everything for the Knicks. And RJ Barrett, I feel like now with 2 back-to-back good performances, now he's getting more into his rhythm.
Yeah.
That he had like in that first game, but then it kind of slowed down for him. Now he's getting back into it. Let's hope that he stays back into it, because I do not want to see another bad game with the inconsistencies of RJ. That really frustrates me about him. But nonetheless, like I was saying about the Knicks, Emmanuel quickly, he's looking good. He had, I think, 16 points in 18 minutes. And the Knicks, they just really, I don't know if they're a good team yet or a bad team. But above all else, I know that they play hard and they hustle and they get back.
Yeah.
They play with energy and they don't give up. And when you have those mentalities and those traits in your team, then you can win any game.
Yeah, well,
no matter what.
Well, yeah, you got to look at it, right? You're talking about a team that's New York based, that's a lot of grit and grind. You're talking about a coach that has a defense mentality, who's more defensive minded of a coach. And you just talk about the fact that you got guys like Randall, like, if you look like guys like him who's just play rough and rugged and tough, like, like you just got to mix those in. And it's like, I can't believe I'm saying it, and I know it's early, but like, wow, something that I never thought I would say. The Knicks are in the playoff hunt. The Knicks are in the playoff.
As a Knicks fan, I know not to give them too much faith because they've let me down my whole entire life. So
I will never thought I will ever have to say those words based on the way the Knicks in the 21st century have been. It's just been crazy.
Yeah, but I feel like, as I said, I don't know if they're a good team or not, but as of now, that the way they play is going to keep them in games, and that is going to be the opportunity for them to win those games. Mm-hmm. But being a good team is going to take them to that next level, and I have to watch more of the Knicks games and watch them more in the future to see if they are a good team or not. But as of now, nonetheless, a great, gritty win against the Atlanta Hawks. As I said, we've been playing well, and Trae Young has been going crazy. And I give him all my credit. Like I said, Tom Thibodeau, he's really having them playing great.
Yeah. Oh, do you expect to see like a 21st century of the '99 Knicks? Back to the
Listen, man, that '99 Knicks team was great, but every great team knows that there's a little bit of luck that's needed for them to get there, and the Knicks had a little bit of luck.
Probably a little too much.
Don't do that. But yeah, other performances around the league. I guess we talk about the three-headed monsters. Let's talk about Tatum, Curry, and Giannis. We're gonna first start off with Tatum. Tatum dropped 40 against the Raptors, who've been playing bad. But
Mal P.
don't do that. Not right now. We're talking about Tatum. Let's focus on Tatum. Let me get what you think about this performance that he had against the Raptors.
You basically said it. The Raptors suck right now. They looking like the like Barney more than Jurassic Park. And like again, elite scorers do elite things, and Tatum is constant. He has already proven it last season, and he's been proving it since he came into the league. But he's just been constantly proven over and over again how deadly of a player he is overall. And he had it on full display tonight. Everything in his bag just came out. And like again, he made Mal P look like baby Mal P. Like he made these baby dinosaur fans look kind of weak. It's just like it's nothing really much that you could say. Like he's dangerous. Him and Brown.
You're right. That's all that needs to be said about Tatum's performances. Now let's move to the two-time back-to-back unanimous MVP with another great performance in 2 nights back-to-back. He's had a combined of 92 points. 92 points. Curry listens. He heard all the criticism. All right, and now he's balling out. And when Curry gets to that rhythm, it's scary. So now watch out, because now the Warriors are playing good, and they shocked me with how they just beat down the Kings. And now they look like they're playing back to Warriors basketball. They don't have the players they used to have, in Clay or Durant. And they didn't have as well order of a system that they have. But now with these 2 back-to-back games, I feel like now they're starting to get it going, at least little by little.
Yeah, but you said it. The main catalyst, that former 2-time MVP, back-to-back, one who won unanimous. He's the main catalyst. Again, this team has no life if Curry's not playing well. You can clearly see the high impact he has. And it's crazy. Just like what you said, they put a beat down on the Kings. I didn't expect it. I chose the Kings to win this game, and
so did I.
I had to bite my tongue, probably cut it for a second, because it was just crazy what they did to them. And again, like this team, even though they don't have, just like what you said, they don't have the same players, but they're playing with that fun, high octane energy that excited fans for like the past 5 years now.
And they what they did against the Kings, they played great defense. Which, if you watch the Warriors of the past, their defense led to those fast break points, to a Clay 3, to a Curry 3. And that's how they got their system going. It led defense to offense, fast break points from their great defense. And if they keep this system going, I mean, they can make a run for the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right. And what you said?
I said, and I would not be surprised.
Yep. And last, and of course, certainly not least, from one back-to-back MVP to another, reigning back-to-back MVP. My favorite, your hated, Giannis.
I don't hate him, man.
Sure. But Giannis had 43 points last night, just dominating the Detroit Pistons, just like he did in the playoffs 2 years ago. And I mean, he was doing it all.
There's nothing else to say. You just said it. Dominating the Pistons like he did 2 years ago in the playoffs. It's nothing else to say. It's Giannis going against Detroit. He's been feasting on his team for a good minute now. Is there any much to say?
Right, so let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. Like, come on, man. Like, there's nothing else to get.
All right, so then we'll go straight into our predictions. Only 5 games for tonight, but they are hopefully a slew of good games, good, interesting games. So let's go with our predictions, y'all.
Let's go. Let's get it.
First game up, the Jazz or the Nets. And KD, I believe, KD is in COVID protocol. So I don't think he's going to be playing in this game.
I got the Nets because here's why. I need for Caris LeVert. With KD being out, this is a big opportunity for Caris LeVert to step up to the plate. He did it against Memphis, even though John Morant went out early. So we didn't know how close that game could have been. But if Kerr's, but he had a bad game. Let's just be honest. He's not having a good game last game against the Wizards. If he could come out balling and take over KD's spot as that second scoring option, then I got the Nuts.
All right, I see your point, but I do have the Jazz. I feel like they've been playing well, and the loss of KD is going to help them win this game. All right, the first game that we will be covering, which is the defending champions Los Angeles Lakers against the undermanned Memphis Grizzlies team, but still playing hard and still playing tough. So who you got?
Lakers.
I try to help y'all Grizzlies.
Look, it's no disrespect, but like again, you got to watch the games because anything can happen, right? But this Lakers team is just too much, man. They're just too much.
I agree. I got the Lakers as well, but as you said, anything can happen. Next, the Timberwolves or the Nuggets?
Nuggets.
The Spurs or the Clippers? Clippers as well. And the last game that we'll be going over, which should be interesting, featuring your player to look out for and your dark horse, the Chicago Bulls against the Blazers. What you got in that?
Well, Zach LaVine gonna ball out. I mean, we all know this. Like, come on, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that Zach LaVine gonna ball out. But we already know who's the better team also. So I got the Blazers. Man.
I got the Blazers as well. All right. Now I think it's time to wrap things up. Any final thoughts, Ja?
It's great to see outside of that Warriors versus Sacramento and the Celtics versus Raptors game. It's great to see these games getting back to like normal. I felt like it was more of like a sluggish thing in a way. That's what I always had in my mind. But to see most of those blowouts was kind of absurd. I was like, oh no. I was like, what's going on? But you can see how it's getting back to normal, how like teams are getting back to that flow. So I'm happy to see the NBA back in a good shape.
Yep, I'm happy as well. It brings a lot of interesting content, a lot of interesting things to talk about. All right, but for now, thank you guys for watching today's pod. Make sure to tune into tomorrow's podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And once again, I am Evan.
And I'm Ja.
And this was the Mind of Basketball podcast.